Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to today's vlog video. I don't even know why I'm wearing these. I shouldn't even be wearing these in the first place. I guess I wear them because like my hair is like all puffed out. I can see myself in the reflection. But anyways, today's vlog video is gonna be the Q&A questions. Some of you asked me in the previous vlog video that I did. I would like to apologize for not uploading this video sooner, but I had a little dilemma going on my channel where YouTube kind of glitched and put me in some like Vogue Vanity Fair network, which was really weird, but Maker was awesome enough to take care of the situation. I am currently back in Maker, and yeah, hopefully all of you are having a great weekend. It's extremely hot, so if I get out of breath, it's because of how hot it's actually being. Well, it's more humid, but it's the same shit to me. I feel like it's the same thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and start off with the vlog video, and today's first question goes by Ultron Prime. And his question is, why are you not Green Arrow in life or a superhero in general? Well, that requires money. Like, I can try to cosplay as like a superhero or something, but like that requires money. And I know we've seen reports, or some of us have seen reports of like some like older men have been dressing up as Batman, and they would go to like hospitals and stuff like that to like cheer up the kids. Like basically the actual real Batman. And they have like their own custom-made Batmobiles, which I think is really awesome. But again, money. I need money for something like that. If I try to be a superhero in real life, might have to be a little bit more in shape. I'm just saying. And the next question we have is, when did you begin to collect comic books, and what sparked your love of comic books? Now that's actually a really good question. When I was a kid, I grew up watching like Dragon Ball Z in Spanish. I know Dragon Ball Z is anime compared to like, you know, cartoon comic books, even though anime has its manga or mango, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it however I feel like it. But what sparked my interest was when I was watching those cartoons, and lately, I mean, eventually it kind of like transitioned to me watching like, you know, Batman the Animated Series, where like Harley Quinn made her first actual appearance. And then I would get like these free comic books like in like, what do you call those like little those book trucks that would like pass by in school when you were like in 3rd, 4th grade. So right there kind of sparked the comic book interest, but I never really collected comic books. Kind of wish I did. I probably have a lot more now. But something that did happen is like over the years I didn't really collect comic books. I would just mostly watch just like the cartoons, like Justice League Unlimited and stuff like that. And then what happened was, I think about 4 years ago or 3 years ago, my friend Mario would always talk about comic books, and I really wanted to get into it because DC Universe looked awesome, and then I was starting to watch like all the animated films like Batman Under the Red Hood, Crisis on Two Earths, and then eventually I picked up Batman issue 13, which I believe was the start of Death of the Family or Death in the Family. I always mix up those two titles. It's just very, very bad for me to mix them up. But it was from the New 52, and then from that point I started collecting my comic books. I finished the whole run from that story. From there, I started to pick up other stories like Red Lanterns, Green Lantern. I started going into like Blackest Night and stuff like that. So to answer that question, I answered what sparked my comic book love. It was mostly my friend kept like talking about them, and like it grew. Even though I got used to it when I was a kid, it just kind of grew over the years or over the months. And then when I started talking to him about it, like we went to this comic store, and from that point it started getting to where that is back here, where my thumb is pointing. All those boxes right there. Erwin says, you didn't look nervous at all at the boba place. You were really calm when I asked if you were remixed stencils. Well, see, here's the thing. I didn't want to look like I was nervous. I didn't want to just come out and start, you know, like, oh man, I'm meeting a fan in my own area. So it was just like a weird experience for me, because I would always expect to see something like that happen in like a convention or something. So when I saw that happen in my own area, I was like, people watch my videos in my street, is he? Now the next question is, why do you hate Spider-Gwen? I don't hate Spider-Gwen. I don't know who keeps saying things like that. I don't like the comic book run she has going on. Like, it didn't catch my attention in general, so I was kind of really bummed out that the comic book wasn't really as good as I thought it was going to be. But I don't hate Spider-Gwen. Next question we have is, will you ever do a Draw My Life? Have you seen how I draw? Really bad. Don't even think the story itself will be butchered with my artwork. The next question we have is, what made you want to do YouTube? I started doing YouTube back when YouTube first started. I would do like these small little weird skits with my friends in high school, where we would just kind of like do little shenanigans in high school. And from that point, I wanted to do more, but I didn't really have like the proper equipment, so I would always put it on hold. I figured maybe one day I'll do it, but then I was like in a relationship where it just kind of ruined the whole aspect during high school to do something like that. Let's just say I was in a bad one. But so eventually I saw Steven doing YouTube, and he was doing mod tutorials and stuff like that. And then like eventually I asked him, maybe I asked him maybe I should do this, and like, do you think I should do this? And Steven's like, yeah, it's fun, the community's awesome and stuff like that. And like from that point, I started doing Minecraft resource pack reviews and stuff like that. If you look a little bit earlier to my channel, you'll see stuff like that. Like that kind of stuff like sparked the YouTube interest a lot more, and that's where I am today. Next question we have is, if you could inherit the powers of your favorite superhero, what would be the first thing you would do? Fight crime, wreck some shit up, have a wank, Batman's barking? If I could inherit any powers from a superhero, it would probably be... Wow, this is a hard one. Because see, you could be Superman and be like the all-godly thing on the planet, and like nothing can really kill you, especially if we were to do like a realistic thing now. We don't really have kryptonite or magic, so it's kind of like, hey. I'm not saying magic is like unrealistic. If you believe in magic, that's cool if you do. I'm just saying like in terms of a more modern, like in the norm type of deal. It's not like you see it's not like usually every day you see a man flying through a freaking sky like a speeding bullet, but or see a fast running man like the Flash, or you see Batman. But then again, Batman doesn't really, he's just really smart and like has the proper equipment. So I don't know, but I think I would fight crime. Maybe wreck some shit up, but that's completely irrelevant. That would probably just be me looking at like Donald Trump's house. What's your shoe size? Grim Pickle, that is really weird. You trying to steal my shoes, essay? Because you can't steal my shoes. I'm a size 10.5. Next question we have is by Gamer Till Sunrise. Could you tell us the story of how you got your dogs and came up with their names? Now, my first dog is a Chihuahua Rottweiler, which is really weird when I tell people about that mixture. We got her name because her name is Chiquita, which means like small girl, little girl, basically. We came up with that one, and especially for a Chihuahua, Chiquita, yeah, very cute. Then Batman. My friend actually named Batman himself when Batman was born. So when we went to go pick up Batman for my friend's like, oh, so are you going to keep the name Batman, or are you going to change the name? And I was like, I think I'm going to keep the name. Take note, this is the same guy that got me into comic books, so I thought maybe keeping the same name would be pretty cool. And I have not regretted the name. But every time I look at Batman, he's like parkouring all over the room, jumping off couches, flying in the fucking air. I'm like, dude, this dog is gonna break his leg one day and I'm gonna freak out. The next question we have is by Dylan Fire, and he says, what was your favorite game as a kid? Funny enough, it was a game that I did a live stream on because I never properly finished the game. I always got to the last boss but never finished it. And that game is Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. Not for the Xbox, for the N64. And when I did a live stream of it, a lot of people kept wondering why this game was never, why it didn't catch their attention, and I was like, well, it's probably because the game is rated M for mature. Now take note, I played this game back when I was like 9 years old, so it was still one of my favorite games because I just felt like, it was a proper game for being like, you know how parents tend to be like really, like on a, I don't know. They're like very on thin ice when it comes to games that are very like very mature. You get me? So like I figured when I played this game and I finished it, or kind of finished it, I didn't really properly finish it. I got to the last boss and I couldn't do it. When I played this game, I honestly felt like this game was like a really nice way to kind of scratch the surface of this thing. It wasn't really at the point where parents will be like, oh my god, my kid's saying the F word, he's saying bitch, he's saying ass, and all this other stuff, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. And then I got to the point in like middle school and I would play games like GTA and stuff like that where it was just really, I don't know why parents complained. My parents trusted me playing these games. I don't understand what the problem was. Maybe they don't trust their kid. Maybe they should be a better parents. But that's not me. That's not my call. But whatever. My favorite game is hands down Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. I introduced it to Steven, and Steven really enjoyed it when we played the multiplayer aspect of the game, and it was just really fun. It was really, really fun. That was awesome. An awesome question though, so awesome. Next question we have is by Sergeant Noodles, and he says, what country would you like to go to and why? That's a good question. I would probably say Japan. I feel like honestly, Japan is on my top list of countries I would like to go visit, mainly because of that giant Gundam statue they had. I remember I used to have it as like a wallpaper on my computer, and I think I removed it because people kept asking me, like, where's that from? Is that an actual Gundam? Was it Photoshop? Was somebody like just messing with it? You know how people, how photographers tend to put like a really big figure like in front of the camera, like say this is where the camera is, and then like they'll focus on the figure, and then everybody will be looking all small and stuff, and it's like, no, dude, this isn't Japan. It's like a freaking life-size Gundam. I want to go see this Gundam. But yeah, I mean, I guess in the sense it was kind of weird, but I would love to go to Japan. There's so many things in Japan that I want to go and see, because like crossing E3 off the list, I know E3 has nothing to do with Japan, but like those kind of things are goals or little moments that I would like to experience, and E3 was definitely one of them. And then when I realized like I can actually achieve these things by just giving it a shot, my goal is now to actually accomplish all the things I have while doing YouTube. So I want to see if I can actually get to where I need to be, and I'm gonna keep pushing it. So a country I would like to go to is Japan. I would like to definitely go to Japan. The next question is, what is your major going to be in college, or what do you want to do when you get done? By Mithra13. How's it going, Mithra? The college, my major in college was very mixed. I went from being like really into graphic design back when I was able to do certain designs. It was really more like Kayla's artwork or like any other artist's artwork. Mine would always be like very abstract art, so it would be more of like trying to catch the focal point, meaning I would try to focus. So say in this video, the focal point is my face, but sometimes your eyes get drawn to the background. So that's why I'm starting to work on fixing my wall to have these like certain, what was I gonna say, like these certain like comic book panels and stuff like that. So that way the video itself will look more standing out, and that's something that I was being taught at in school for that major. But then it got to the point where like the professors were really stupid. Like they were just there for their paycheck. They weren't really there to teach students, and the professor I had was really on my ass the entire time. She wasn't very supportive. She wasn't teaching anything, and I got annoyed of it. So I decided to over a long time I changed my major to now having it to where I can be doing like accounting and also philosophy, even though philosophy is not really a major that you would want to get into, but it's just for the sake of knowledge. But I love the way philosophy teaches. It's like logical thinking, illogical thinking, and all that other stuff. But also, what do you want to do when you get done is just be stable. Live life, not survive it. Live it. Live life, because no one's trying to survive. We have to just live life. The next question we have is, do you think they should make a Nightwing TV show? Yes. But funny enough is, I remember they asked, or they announced like they were going to have like a Teen Titans show or a Titans show. And I think like AMC or FX was the one that had the rights to it, or was it TNT, I think it was. And ever since they announced it, we didn't hear a single thing about that. Like, they never brought it back up. They never mentioned exactly what happened to it. And oh my god, I think I just messed up my hair, even though it already looks, whatever, it looks bad already. But they never mentioned it. So I mean, I would love to see a Nightwing TV show, but I feel like the YouTuber that did like a miniseries on YouTube, what was his name again? Isma Hawk. I hope I pronounced his name right. I hope I didn't butcher that shit, because his Nightwing series was actually really legit. I actually really enjoyed it. I feel like that guy would, I don't know. I mean, we're so focused on like how Nightwing is portrayed, but I really love the way this guy introduced Nightwing, and I love the way he acted as Nightwing. Maybe that's just my take. But again, you know, I'm not saying anything. I just really enjoy Nightwing as a character. And when I saw that miniseries on YouTube by that guy, I was like, oh man, that's awesome. But again, if you're interested in watching that series, search up Nightwing series on YouTube, and it should be under somebody called ISMA Hawk or Isma Hawk TV, something like that. But yeah, dude, that Nightwing as a TV show, I would love it. But I also love the way this guy portrayed. I feel like we already kind of had it, even though it was more of like an internet thing. But yeah, that's awesome. Now that's all the questions I'm going to be answering. I think I had like 3 more left. I could have probably answered the entire thing. But that's all the questions I'm going to be answering. But if you guys would like to ask more questions or anything in general, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to do another Q&A video like maybe next month or something, because I don't want to keep this going like as a small little thing. I want to keep this like happening from like every now and then, so it doesn't really look like I'm just trying to give you guys videos to watch on the channel. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you're all having a great weekend. It's extremely hot. I was able to push this. This is going to be highly edited, but it looks like I've recorded for about maybe 15 minutes or 17 minutes. I'm not sure, but it looks long, the file at least. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for asking those questions. And if you want to ask some more questions, feel free to do so. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe because it is free. And if you haven't hit that like button, please feel free to do so because it makes me feel really happy. And I hope you guys have been enjoying all the content I'm providing on the channel itself. There are some more videos that I'm going to be uploading, so hopefully I can go back to a steady 2 videos per day type of deal. And if I can't, then I will try to make sure that I keep a consistent 1 video per day and try to just balance out the videos and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great weekend. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out.